Hello, my stamping friends. My name is Marilyn. I am coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada, on Thursday, May 4th for my usual Facebook Live. Good to see you. If you're joining me right now, if you're watching on the replay, I appreciate all of you, no matter when you're with me. So I will switch over here so you can see me. Thank you for joining me. I always welcome you and all of your comments. I will, if I don't comment during the live, I will certainly go back and read them afterwards. So, welcome everyone. Good to have you here. I love learning things about card making and sharing those things with you. So, I hope you'll come back again and again, and I hope you'll follow me on Facebook and on my YouTube channel, and we'll just have a great time stamping and creating together. So, thank you once again. I'm going to go over a few things like I normally do in the beginning. You can see my new host code for the month of May is going across the bottom of the screen. If you don't have a demonstrator and you would like to order from me and your order is under $200, I would really appreciate you using that code. And if it's over $200, you earn Stampin' Rewards. So just keep that in mind. I will carry on now. A few of the classes that I host. I have Zoom with Friends class Friday at 1 o'clock. This is a wonderful class that we all have a great time laughing, enjoying crafting time together. And usually someone else is teaching it. I just kind of run the Zoom on the computer and save it as a recording and share it with all who have registered afterwards. So it's a great fun thing that actually we started when COVID caused us to be locked down, I guess, for lack of a better description. But it's carried on and everybody just really seems to enjoy doing it. So hopefully you'll join me for one of those or more. I also have 12 months Christmas card classes coming up the second Thursday of each month. I ask for registration 2 weeks prior so I can get the kits ready and send them out to you. And that is ongoing. So just watch my social media and my newsletters for that. Also, the third Thursday of each month, I do a monthly card class. Same thing. Anywhere in Canada, I can send kits out, and anywhere in the world, you can get the PDF. So just let me know. Keep in touch there. And usually each month, I do a stamp a stack. And coming up in May is the masculine card one, which will be on May 25th. And again, registration I ask for 2 weeks prior to that so I can get the kits out. So hopefully some of that has interested you. If not, just keep coming back on Thursday nights and stamping with me. So as I go to switch to my desktop, I have a question for you as always to start the chatter. It looks like some of you have just started chattering already, which is wonderful. And I'm going to switch over to my desktop. You can see the catalog, which went live on Tuesday. Isn't it wonderful? And I will just quickly go through the comments to make sure that I am being seen. I see Bonnie on Facebook, Stacy and Betty on YouTube, so that's great. Judy, Judy says, "Hi everyone. Great day in Alberta, but feels like Texas. Probably because it's so hot, right, Judy? We've had some tremendously warm weather, setting record-setting temperatures lately, and unfortunately, coming with that have been some forest fires, and it's that's not great. So we're hoping and praying that we will end up with some rain to help keep those under control. I guess you don't need that up there anymore. So okay, so I did put the dimensions of this card that I'm going to show you how to do tonight in the description of the event. So are there any of you who are going to be stamping with me? Sounds like I'm in a barrel. Sorry, Betty. I will try and get closer to my mic that's on my camera and see if it helps any. So let me know if you're going to stamp with me. I will go over the dimensions, and as usual, you can always watch the recording later and stamp it if you want to. And I love to have you share the post of what you make under this video as well, just so we can share. But a couple things. If you do not have a demonstrator and you would like a catalog, please let me know because I do have some and I'm willing to send them out to you. It is a great, great idea book full of wonderful things, beautiful new colors because we've had a color refresh. Um, I haven't been through it page by page enough to be able to tell you on page such and such, but there are some great suites and some great collections that you can get. And just remember that it is good for a year. It's not neat. We have envelopes that color in the new colors, but they also hold the 6 of the blends. Love it. So I am going to use some of the new colors and new paper tonight, just because I've had it sitting here and I haven't had a chance to play. So I would really like to do that. And please leave your comments. My question for you tonight, though, I did go looking for a question that I thought was kind of neat, and came up with one that is, um, sorry, just want to make sure that everything's going well here. I'm sure that you would let me know if it's not. So, hello, Roz. I see you, Linda, Bonnie. Good job. Good to see you. My question for you is, if you had to change your name, I'm thinking first name, what would you change it to? I have always struggled, as you can see my name on the desktop there and whatever. My name is hard to spell for a lot of people, and I've always struggled. Sometimes they change the Y and the I around, sometimes they add two N's, sometimes two N's and an E. And so just leave in the comments, what would you change your name to if you had to change your name? And I will start going over the dimensions and whatever. Hello, Faye from Prince George, and Catherine, welcome. Good to see you. So this is the card I want to share with you tonight. It is, I guess, a fun fold. I happened to come across Shannon West on a Facebook group that she was doing the other day, and she made this. And I thought, what a neat way to get everything lined up and work and whatever. So I thought I would share it with you tonight. So mine is in my lovely Pacific Point, which has now been retired. Um, I'm going to miss it. I won't deny it. But I love all the new colors too. So I'm going to start with Lemon Lolly. And I want to, what did I do with it? There it is. The Bright and Beautiful 6x6 designer paper is bright and colorful. And because I can't read it without holding it closer, I will tell you that it has Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lime Twist, Lemon Lolly, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, and Pretty Peacock in it. So lots of color choices. You can see most of them here. And different designs, some with polka dots, some with bigger polka dots, some with just stripes, some with circles, some with scallops, more of the blues, which of course I will find new blue that I like. And look at the stripes and all of them and the stars. Like, just love this paper. So 6x6, there's lots you can do with it. I showed you last week. If you weren't here, you might want to go back and look at that video, because I did tell you how you can use one sheet of 6x6 and use it all. You're not wasting anything. So I thought that was a neat trick as well. So for tonight, again, don't see anybody that says they're going to craft with me, but I'll try and go slow enough. So if you are, you won't have any problem. So first thing you need is your paper trimmer. And we're going to mark, I'm going to try and do it just with my bone folder. Looks like I really should clean it, doesn't it? We want to mark at 3 inches. So this is a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet. And at 3 inches, I'm going to put it in here, and I'm just going to put, well, that's not going to work. Let me find my pencil. I have been rearranging and organizing my retired things and whatever, so I've got things all over the place here, but that's not even going to work. Thought I could do that, but anyway, I'm just going to mark 3 inches there. So that's 3 inches from this side. Then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to mark the same on the other end. So in 3 inches again. And that's all there is to the card or the base. I love your answers coming on there, so I will read them all afterwards and comment for sure. So then what you want to do, I'll just turn that so you can see, I'm going to line up from this mark to this mark, and I'm going to cut it. So that's going to be our shape. And I purposely picked this lighter color of paper so I could see the marks. So in effect, I do have 2 identical pieces that I can use for 2 cards. And as you can see from my sample, I still have the blue one left from before. Next step is to, in my case, I'm going to erase my pencil marks because I don't like them on there, is to score this at 4 1/4. So we've got our regular card base. And then with our lovely paper trimmer that opens wide, I'm also going to score it at 8 inches. And that's going to make our card base. So yes, Raj, you like that designer paper too. And then I'm going to fold it. Yes, a very soft yellow, not a bright, loud yellow. So folding it at 4 1/4 and back again at the 8. And you can see that one's backwards compared to what I had over there. So I'm just going to flip it because I am right-handed and I want mine going this way. So Carmen, good to see you. I'm glad you've always liked your name. I have 2. Carmen is my niece. That's why the different comment than for most of you. So there's my card. It will stand up, as you can see. My papers are going to be 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to have a white in here that is 4 1/4 by 3 1/2. On this one, I'm going to have 3 1/2 by 2 3/4. And then to complete the colorful rainbow design, this one is going to be 4 1/4 by 3 1/2 as well. So the white and this designer paper are the same measurement. And what Shannon did, what I thought was exceptional way to do it was, hello Peggy, welcome. She just took her paper, she lined it up, and you can see that it's got even borders. And then she said, all I'm going to do is move it up a little bit. And I found that this corner ended up matching just up there. Turn it over and trim it off. And as long as I don't do anything silly and have it move, it worked very well on the blue one I did. So then when you go to glue it, it's got the right angle. You're not worrying about measuring and trying to figure out what angle is that. And so that's what I really, really liked about what she did. And her comment, like we've often said ourselves, is it's a handmade card. So it doesn't need to be perfect like machine-made cards. So basically, that's what you do for all the pieces. I did on one of them, I did try drawing a line and then cutting on it, and I found it didn't really make that much difference. So again, for my white, I'm going to put here to write on. I'm going to line it up with my equal borders. Then I'm going to move it about that same distance of the border I have. Hold it very carefully, and again, you can see my, actually I'm going to move up just a little bit. My edge is right there. So I'm going to use my trusty little paper snips that are so sharp and trim it off. Be careful with these. We had, actually, I think it was in our Friday Zoom class last week. One of the gals said she had an injury because she had cut herself with those paper snips, and they are sharp. They are very sharp. So as you're watching, if you're not crafting with me, just put in the comments if you had to change your name, your first name. My question tonight was, what would you change it to? And if you've never thought of that, it's just like I say, my name being difficult to spell, I would probably change mine to something like, oh, I don't know. Anita was a name that I've always liked. Don't ask me why. Don't know. Um, but I think everybody can spell Anita, so that would be a great plus. So again, this one I'm going to lay on there, then I'm going to move it up just a bit. Let's see if I can get it picked up. And that's not going to work. Try again. Even all around, slide it up a ways, trim it off, and then you should be able to glue it. And I see lots of you, Bonnie, I like my name. I don't think I'd change it. I didn't say you had to change it. I said, just if you did, what would you change it to? That just kind of a curious thing. Um, the other question, if you are at odds wondering what I'm doing and what to put in there, another one that I saw that I thought was kind of interesting too was if you didn't have to sleep, what would you do with all that extra time? And seems like we're always saying, I don't get enough sleep, don't get enough sleep, isn't it? So, uh, how would change it to. Sue says she would change her name to Laura. She's always loved that name. Yeah, it's just a funny thing to keep us chatting. So, no problem, no right or wrong. And then this one I'm going to put on this side, and same thing, line it up. Yeah, I think I'm going to put or maybe I'm going to put it this way. I'll put it that way so that part seen, move it up just a bit, and oh, that moved. Don't want that happening. And trim it off. So any of you are creating along with me, let me know, and I will slow down or go back or wait for you, whatever. Carmen says, I would, I like this, Carmen. I would get so much crafting done if I didn't need to sleep and read all the books I want to read. Isn't that true? Uh, and Linda, the same thing. If I didn't have to sleep, I would do more crafting. Um, yeah, I think my comment would be I would have my craft area, it's not really a room down here, would be clean and tidy and I would know where everything is. And I'm working towards that right now. So there is my fun fold card. What do you think? I just thought that was really a neat thing. And look, we've only spent about 15 minutes putting it together while I was busy chatting. So now to decorate, um, I'm not too worried about it doing that, but I am going to show you some of a new stamp set, new ink that I'm going to use for on here. At least I hope it's going to fit on there. Yeah, it should. Whoa, sorry. Okay, so I will. Oh, hey, Lorene. Yes, long time no see. Glad you're home safe and sound, and hopefully no fires around where you are. Okay, so I am going to stamp with stamps from this set. Circle saying it is a bundle that comes with a punch that is 2 3/8 inch. So I've seen some great cards done with the flowers, whatever. I'm just going to take the celebrate and the happy birthday for tonight. But you can see how lots of these would fit in that circle punch. And it's photopolymer, so you can, well, hopefully I can get them lined up properly. And my ink that I'm using is the copper clay, just because. I could have used the lemon one, but I think it might have been too light. I'm not sure. It, like I say, I haven't had a chance to play with any of these. So thank you for letting me do that tonight. And I am going to try and put this so that celebrate is at the top. Ooh, I like that. Neat, neat, neat. And as always, I think I mentioned it before, but I don't know if you've heard, but when you get a punch, you should take it and punch either your grid paper or anything else before you actually use it on your good paper and something that you really want, because there is an oil that will come off. Sorry, I'm sure that's not for me to sound. So, so that would be my celebrate. I would probably put, it's not the same blue, but I could certainly put a blue behind it. I don't have anything cut out right now to, because that punch I did. I do have these containers full of circles and pieces and whatever. Oh, that one's a bit much, but you can see how that would pop it up if you put another color behind it. Even, you know what? Why don't I do that? There's one here. I don't want a white one. Although that one's pretty big. Sorry, obviously not very organized for you tonight. I think what I'll do is, this one, I don't have much different. I have all these circles with stitching around them. They are too big. And what I was thinking was I could certainly use the blending brushes and color that. But I think for this, I'm just going to take my greeting and use dimensionals on it. Well, somewhat. Not too many of them. Oh, Bonnie says Drayton Valley alert again. Yes, I had heard that Brazil and whatever up there were being evacuated. So, like I say, more fires. So sad. So sad that that is happening. My brother was evacuated from Entwistle last week and did manage or was able to go back yesterday. So we were happy for that. So even that, you can see, adds a little bit of pizzazz to it. And I'm going to just tuck another couple dimensionals down here at the bottom. And then, oh, Entwistle just alerted again, Lorraine. Okay, he actually spends the summer in a campground at Entwistle because he lives in his RV full time. And so it wasn't too difficult for him to just load it, well, just hook up and leave. which was very nice for those of us worrying about them. So there is my card that one of you will win next week. Um, Everybody who comments, whether it's the commenting now, which I will do a draw at the end for 5 cards as always, or if you are commenting watching the replay, I do go through and manually enter names. I don't manually pick it. Enter names and do a draw for the card there. And on that note, last week's card, I don't think there's any other questions. Last week's card was this quilt one, and I draw the names or put the names all in the wheel of names, and Karen Garner was the winner of that one. So Karen, that'll be in the mail to you. And I'm just going to take these. Oh, it's not very good. How do I set them over there so you can see them? I have some happy mail to share with you, as always. This one came from Bonnie. You're on here, Bonnie. Thank you so much. It had a layer that's embossed to keep the embellishments from going through the envelope. And I do save those and use it again. And this is using paper, 2 different sides of it again. Great, great idea, Bonnie. I didn't forget your birthday. I'm stretching out the celebration. So that is done for our team swap that we do. And Bonnie does this on her envelopes too. She always decorates her envelopes. So thank you, Bonnie. This one is from Maggie. Didn't see Maggie on here tonight, but I do know that she watches regularly. And she had sent me a little note in it saying that I was sunshine in her face. She was sending me, you are my sunshine. And she's used some of this paper. Again, little strips, which I really advocate to use your designer paper up. So thank you, Maggie. That is a great one. And Nancy from our team swap again. Again, Nancy has used designer paper for her envelope. And she's got a little bit of the flowers here and more on here. And Happy Mum Day. Isn't that? I love it. Love it. And this one is from my friend Karen for my birthday. This punch and set did carry forward in the new catalog, so it's great use of the designer paper and that set again. And this one, oh, Terry says, just a sec, I'm going to highlight that, Terry, so we can answer it online. I like the card. I came in after we started, so I'll have to get the measurements. The measurements are all in the description of this event, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, and you should be able to find them there. If not, you know how to reach me, okay? The quilt card, Lorene, you weren't here last week, or I didn't see you here last week, and that one is last week's Facebook Live, so you can find how I did that one there. Just wanted to share this card with you. This is one that we made. Linda, who's on here, taught us in our our Zoom with friends on Friday. And it's just a really neat idea to punch out here, and you could put a different greeting, you could put something else. I just happen to use the die piece that I cut out. And again, using some of that paper that I used over there. But a really neat card. We commented, or she commented, that the only downside of this card was it wouldn't stand up. And Carmen in our Zoom friends actually made hers go this way so that it does stand up for her. So great ideas. Like I say, that class is just amazing how everyone comes up with great ideas and shares them so willingly with everybody. So, okay, anything else? Not that I see there. I am going to try, again, for some reason, it's always, how do I do this? Oh, that. Share the spinning wheel here. And as always, this one, there's 13 of you who have commented on here tonight. I cannot remove your name. They win more than once, and I don't mind that. I just have cards. They were, Lorene, look at that. Whether I made cards or, okay, or whether they are swap cards that I've received, I do want to share them with you because I certainly can't use them all. So I am Betty, and as you can see, Betty's on YouTube. So therefore, this draw does encompass everybody on Facebook and YouTube. So that's kind of a neat feature. Whereas if you only did it on one, I don't know if that would work. So, Terry, good to see you here as well. Terry's part of my team too. I love having you here and sharing, and I hope that you will continue to do so as we continue having fun, and especially now with all these new catalog things. Linda on my team as well. You guys are a great support, and I really so I want to share the video, and invite out your friends. Casey seems to be doing one last week as well. Good. Okay, that is 5 names. I am going to get out of that and come back to you this way. So, thank you. Anyone with questions, you know how to reach me, please do so. I love sharing and learning new things, and I will continue to do so as long as I'm able. So, take care now, and hopefully, I will see you next week. If not soon, take care. Bye now.